PPE, personal protective equipment. There are times in your practice where the standard gloves will not be enough to protect yourself from the spread of infection. We call this isolation precautions. When you're following isolation precautions, you'll need 4 things: a gown, mask, goggles, and a pair of gloves. You'll always want to start by putting on the gown first. You just open it up like so. Slide your arms in. You'll need to tie it in the back, and it ties up around your neck and then also around your waist. And it's important that when you tie around your waist that you're tying it in the back and you don't bring the strings around to the front. A lot of times people, because the strings are really long, like to try to bring them around and wrap it around themselves in the front. But this area in the front is going to be considered contaminated, so you would never want to bring the strings around to the front. Just go ahead and tie yourself in the back. So you've got your gown first. Then you're going to grab your mask. And with your mask, you can feel in the mask that part of it will bend, and that's going to be the part that you want to fit over the bridge of your nose. So go ahead and bend it up there, and then these pieces go over your ears, and then you're going to pull it down over your chin. And you might need to play with that a little bit to get a good fit on the top. Then you're going to put your goggles on. Always remember your goggles. A lot of times people think that they don't really need the eye protection and it's not necessary. Oops. And they do fog up, so you have to play around with that a bit. But with the eye protection, this is going to prevent things from splashing up liquids into your eyes. So you really want to make sure you have that on there. And then also a pair of gloves. And with your gloves, you want to pull the glove over the top of the gown here. Make sure you get that gown all the way in. And now you're ready to go. Okay, now after you've done whatever task you need to do, it's hard when you're practicing because we don't see visible soil or blood on our gown and our gloves. But it's important that you try to think that you're soiled in the front. Everything here is soiled. So you would want to take off the gloves first. And there's a specific way to take off the gloves so you don't contaminate yourself. Now remember, we have dirty hands here. So what you're going to do with the first glove is you're going to just kind of pinch it in the middle here. So you've got dirty to dirty. And you're going to pull it off and throw it in the trash. So now you've got your clean hand where you can't touch the dirty surface of the glove. So you're going to come underneath the glove. So we've got clean to clean underneath, and that dirty side is going to fold in. Next, you're going to take off your goggles, your mask, and don't ever touch the front of the mask when you're taking it off. Remove it by the side strings here because that is considered contaminated in the front. And then the last thing is going to be your gown. So you can see we've gone in reverse order. We put on the gown and then the mask, goggles, and gloves, and we're taking off in the reverse order. So we did the gloves first, then the goggles, the mask, and finally the gown. With this, now your hands are clean. You don't want to touch anything in the front here. So you'll reach around to the back, untie the strings at your waist. Then you're going to reach around to the top and untie the strings there. Now you want to be careful as you're pulling this off not to contaminate your clean hands. So you're going to pull through the front here. And I usually just take one hand and kind of pull down, and then take the other hand and pull down. And you want to roll this gown away from your body, keeping the dirty side in. So this is all clean on the inside that my hands are touching. So roll that dirty side in, and then we'll take care of that in the trash as well. After removing your PPE, you want to make sure that you wash your hands too and take care of your supplies.